of marriage. But what really got me was the way that he did it, with absolutely no emotion, as if he were ordering off the menu at a restaurant. I'll have the sirloin and a divorce. And why the meal? He said it was his way of celebrating a new life. I made it into church on Sunday, the same church where all our friends were. I sat alone in the back row. And usually the music made me feel so close to God, but not anymore. God and I, we were strangers. No, worse. I felt like standing on my chair and shouting, "Hey everybody, my husband just told me he wants a divorce, and you all are just sitting there singing." Just as I was about ready to leave, they started singing another song, and one line went right through me. Jesus loves the brokenhearted, for his heart was broken too. He knows, he cares, and the cross proves it.
UT. Well, that's where I was when it felt like the cross came crashing into my life for the first time. I'm in my dorm when all of a sudden my roommate comes into the room and she's got tears in her eyes. I didn't know Angela at all before college, but she and I had become fast friends. We practically were sisters. But she's so sad. "What's wrong?" I ask her. A list of possibilities go through my mind, and she says, "We were just sitting down the hall in Bible study talking about heaven, and it hit me. I don't know where you're going when you die." What makes someone care about you that much? It was in that moment that I felt the significance of the cross before I really understood it.
I should be moved. I know that Jesus died up there, and he didn't have to. He could have called upon squadrons of angels to step over those cocky soldiers like they were ants. But he didn't. Instead, he chose to pay for the sins of the world, and I know that in my head. But here's the part I can't quite see. Who did he do it for? For God so loved the world. I believe that. When I look up there, it's easy for me to see the nails going through his hands and his feet. I can see his legs and his torso. I can even see his neck muscles and his chin and his cheeks. But above that, it gets foggy. I can't see his eyes. I don't know where they're looking. I can't imagine him having compassion on me. And I know that comes from my twisted past. But that doesn't help. So here I am again, faced with those missing eyes.
I guess you could say the cross came crashing into my life recently. I've always been a Christian and I've always gone to church, but I feel like I'm at a disadvantage. I've gotten used to it, and I listen to other people talk about their faith and what God has done for them, and I just don't understand what they get so excited about. And I realize I'm not always as thankful as I should be by what Jesus did for me. But recently I got a new perspective. I had this friend from school, Deej, and he already had his license and a car. Well, a couple of weeks ago, he was driving and he ran a red light, and he got hit on the side. He got hit pretty bad. He died. This was so new to me. No one I had ever known had died before, at least no one this close to my age. And then it hit me. People die. And someday it's going to happen to me, and that means that now, more than ever, I'm thankful that I will get to spend eternity with Christ. And that is amazing.
I stopped by Denny's this morning after taking my daughter to school. I sat near a young lady looking through the newspaper, and our eyes met briefly, and I knew I was supposed to talk to her, but I had no idea what to say. And I told the Lord that I'm praying for just the right words when she asked, "Do you know where Clear Lake is?" And that's how our conversation began. I asked her if she was looking for a job there. She said, "No, I'm looking for a place to live so that I can get my daughter back." I suddenly felt extremely uncomfortable and extremely blessed at the same time. She told me the state had taken her daughter away from her until she could prove that she had a decent place to live. We talked a while, then she went to her car to get a map. While she was gone, I frantically looked through my purse for something with the church number on it. I found a card with a picture of Jesus and a verse about forgiveness. Now, I have no idea where this card came from or how it got in my purse, but I wrote the church number on it. When she came back, we talked some more and looked at the map, and then she smiled and said, "I can't believe you're talking to me." And I said, "I was supposed to talk to you, and I didn't know why." I told her my church might be able to help, and I gave her the card. And I told her there wasn't anything that she had done that Jesus could not forgive. She got a little teary, and so did I. Then I gave her my number. I said, "If you need someone to talk to, give me a call." We said goodbye, and as I walked away, I looked back, and she was just sitting there, staring at the card. Forgiveness is a powerful thing.